Plázni, beragadt egy kicsit, még Andy de Grasse is jobban jött el, de most már ő van elől, és innentől kezdve azért meg kellene nyerni, meg is fogja nyerni még hozzá. Hasonló dominancia, mint 200 méteren.
Kenny Bednarek has just delivered a performance that defies belief, and what unfolded in the men's 100 meters has left the sprinting world absolutely stunned. This past weekend saw an explosion of record-breaking performances, stunning times, and a new world #1 from an athlete who hadn't won his main event in nearly 3 years. The results defied almost every expectation, as several races delivered outcomes that seemed to break all logic. Donovan Brazier, the 2019 World 800-meter champion, made his return to the event for the first time since 2022 and ran 1 minute 44.70 seconds, becoming one of the few athletes to go under 1 minute 45 seconds this season. 3 seasons away from the track is supposed to slow athletes down, but Brazier dismissed this expectation like an absolute legend. As a previous world champion and American record holder in 142.34, Brazier's return represents a phoenix rising from the ashes. This comeback performance demonstrates that elite-level fitness can be maintained even through extended competitive absences when proper training continues. Even more impressive was high school sensation Jane Hedengren over the 2-mile distance. She didn't just smash the previous high school record, she absolutely destroyed it with a time of 9 minutes and 17 seconds, taking down the previous record by 17 full seconds. This margin of improvement represents one of the most dramatic single-race record destructions in high school distance running history. Before Hedengren, the previous high school record stood with Mary Kane, who ran 9:38 back in 2013. This time was regarded as an extraordinary achievement for the 2-mile run and stood as the benchmark for over a decade. But Hedengren had already thrown down a 9:34 earlier in 2025, and now she's achieved 9:17, which is honestly ridiculous by any historical standard. Throughout the entire history of running, this 9:17 time places Hedengren in the top 30 of all time across all age groups and competition levels, and she's only a high schooler. This achievement puts her performance in rarefied air, typically reserved for Olympic-level athletes and professional runners with years of elite training. This marks one of many national records that Hedengren currently holds, as she simultaneously possesses the 2-mile record, the 5,000 record, the 1-mile record, and the 2,000-meter record. Her dominance across multiple distance events demonstrates exceptional versatility and suggests potential for continued record-breaking performances throughout her career. But the 800 meters also produced shocking results that defied conventional expectations about teenage athletic development. At just 16 years old, high school sophomore Cooper Lutkinhouse broke the national high school record with 1:46.26, taking down Michael Granville's previous record that dated back to 1996. This previous record stood for almost 3 entire decades, representing one of the most enduring marks in American high school athletics. But sophomore Lutkinhouse shocked the entire world with this unreal 1:46.26 performance. This time is also the new world record for a 16-year-old, establishing Lutkinhouse as the fastest athlete ever recorded at this age over 800 meters globally. These performances seemed as though they should not have happened according to normal athletic progression expectations. The most recent Grand Slam track meeting in Philadelphia produced something even more sensational than many observers initially realized. For the third installment of the 2025 Grand Slam track series, big names competed for a $100,000 weekend prize purse. The men's 100 meters featured an exceptional field including Christian Coleman, Zarnell Hughes, Christian Miller, Brian Lavelle from Jamaica, who has been crushing competition this year, Andre DeGrasse, Dodi Onwuzurike, Aaron Brown, and eventual winner Kenny Bednarek. This field represented some of the fastest sprinters currently competing at the professional level. Bednarek's performance produced a massive victory in 9.86 seconds, establishing a new personal best that dominated this elite field by well over 1/10 of a second. This margin of victory against such high-caliber competition demonstrates the exceptional nature of his performance and suggests significant improvements in his sprinting capabilities. However, detailed analysis reveals that Kenny Bednarek accomplished something truly remarkable under extremely challenging circumstances. His 60-meter split was impressive at 6.44 seconds, and his top speed maintenance was superior to anyone else in this competitive field, but the split times don't reveal the most significant aspect of this performance. Bednarek had a terrible reaction time to the starting gun, recording the slowest response in the entire field at 0.20 seconds. The legal reaction time threshold is 0.1 seconds, meaning any time at or over a tenth of a second meets competition requirements. This means Bednarek's reaction was twice the legal minimum required to compete, representing an exceptionally poor start by elite sprinting standards. Slow motion analysis shows that Bednarek essentially got left in his blocks at the gun. He genuinely missed the starting signal significantly, likely because the starter fired the gun quite quickly and Bednarek remained in his starting position longer than normal. This start was objectively poor by any competitive standard. But wait, there is more. Over the subsequent 20 to 30 meters, Kenny Bednarek demonstrated extraordinary acceleration to rejoin the race, even competing directly against Christian Coleman, widely regarded as the greatest starter in sprinting history. Bednarek made up this significant gap with incredible speed. His opening 10 to 20 meter acceleration was absolutely lightning fast. Achieving a 9.86 performance despite such a catastrophically poor start represents an incredible athletic feat. Given this subpar beginning, analysis suggests Bednarek's performance ceiling is approaching historically significant numbers. Comparison with Kenny's reaction time, an opening 10-meter split at the 2024 Paris Olympics creates a compelling analytical framework. At the 10-meter checkpoint, Kenny was almost a full tenth of a second behind his 2024 Paris performance, yet still managed to run faster overall by 0.01 seconds. Mathematical projections suggest that if Bednarek had matched his 2024 Paris 10-meter time while maintaining his Philadelphia race execution, he would have achieved approximately 9.78 seconds, a time that would rank him tied for 11th all-time in men's 100-meter history. Kenny Bednarek is clearly discovering peak form this season, but additional factors make his Philadelphia performance even more impressive. The racing conditions were quite cold, and warmer temperatures typically produce significantly faster sprinting times. This occurs because warmer objects move faster and possess higher potential energy than colder objects, creating more favorable biomechanical conditions. Kenny Bednarek's 9.86 in cold conditions, despite a slow start, shows how strong his fitness and technique have become. Based on his usual reaction time of 0.16 seconds, like in Paris, he likely would have run around 9.82 in Philadelphia with a normal start. His undefeated streak this season reflects major improvements made since the Paris Olympics, especially in the 100 meters, though he remains a top 200-meter sprinter as well. With the U.S. Championships and World Championships coming up, Bednarek will be a tough opponent. To win Worlds, sprinters will likely need to run under 9.80, and Bednarek's current form suggests he's ready to reach that level when conditions are ideal.
Chase Grant, and now we really start to open him up. So let the legs loose and let the kid run. He is absolutely gone. He is out of this world.
December 7th marked a defining moment in Australian athletics history. At the All-Schools Championships in Brisbane, a 16-year-old sprinter named Gout Gout accomplished what seemed impossible. He shattered Peter Norman's 200-meter national record, a benchmark that had stood untouched for 56 years. Gout crossed the finish line in 20.04 seconds. This performance broke Norman's record of 20.06 seconds by just 0.02 seconds. The margin appears small, yet in elite sprinting, such improvements represent monumental achievements. The race occurred under legal wind conditions with a tailwind of plus 1.5 meters per second, making the record officially valid. Peter Norman set his record while winning silver at the 1968 Mexico City Olympics. Norman's achievement carried significance beyond athletics. After his race, he stood on the podium wearing an Olympic Project for Human Rights badge. This gesture showed solidarity with American sprinters Tommy Smith and John Carlos, who raised their fists in the iconic Black Power salute protesting segregation and racism. Norman's record represented more than speed. It symbolized courage and social justice, making Gout's breakthrough even more meaningful. The previous record holder's daughter, Sandy Norman, expressed her family's joy through social media. "Congratulations, Gout Gout," from one of Peter Norman's daughters and the rest of our family. "Dad would absolutely have loved this." NR and AR. Understanding Gout's achievement requires examining global sprint rankings. His 20.04-second performance makes him the fastest 16-year-old in 200-meter history. This time surpasses Usain Bolt's 20.13 seconds, which Bolt ran at the same age in 2003. Among under 18 athletes worldwide, Gout now ranks second. Only American Ariane Knighton runs faster, holding the world under 18 record of 19.84 seconds set as a 17-year-old in 2021. The all-time under 20 rankings place Gout 6th globally at just 16 years old. He shares this position with Ramil Gulyev. 5 athletes have run faster times: Knighton with 19.49 seconds, Bolt with 19.93 seconds at 17, Blessing Akwasi Afrifa with 19.96 seconds, Letsile Tobogo with 19.96 seconds, and Issam Asinga with 19.97 seconds. Bolt holds the senior world record of 19.19 seconds, established at the 2009 World Championships. Gout's current trajectory suggests he could challenge such marks in coming years. His progression from 20.60 seconds at the World U20 Championships in August to 20.04 seconds in December demonstrates rapid improvement. The day before breaking the 200-meter record, Gout dominated the 100 meters. He ran a wind-aided 10.04 seconds in his heat, followed by a legal 10.17 seconds in the final. The legal time established both an Australian age group record and the 6th fastest under 18 performance in history. This double achievement across both sprint distances showcased his versatility and exceptional speed. Gout's athletic journey began in remarkable fashion. Born in 2007 to South Sudanese parents, he first gained attention in 2022 as a 14-year-old. His 100-meter time of 10.57 seconds at that age signaled extraordinary potential. The following 2 years brought comparisons to Usain Bolt, based not only on his times, but also his physical build and running style. His international breakthrough came at the 2024 World Athletics U20 Championships in August. Gout won silver in the 200 meters with a time of 20.60 seconds. This performance was 0.01 seconds faster than Bolt had achieved at 15 years old in 2002, which was the record at that time. Gout finished behind South Africa's Beyanda Walaza in that championship race. The progression leading to his record-breaking performance shows methodical improvement. At the Queensland All-Schools Championships 1 month before his record run, Gout lowered his personal best to 20.29 seconds. He ranked 4th on the all-time under 18 list heading into the December championships. His 20.04-second performance represented a massive 0.25-second improvement from his previous best. Gout's maturity and perspective shine through his interviews. His most memorable quote captures both his youth and extraordinary talent. "These are adult times and me, just a kid, I'm running them. It's going to be a great future, for sure." He expressed surprise at achieving the record so early, stating, "I didn't expect it to be that fast, but I guess I ran Australia's fastest ever time in the 200. I have been chasing that record, but I didn't think it would come this year. I thought maybe next year or the year after that." His approach to pressure demonstrates remarkable composure. "My video went viral right before World Juniors and that already created pressure," Gout explained. "But you know what they say, pressure makes diamonds, and I guess I'm better than a diamond right now. We just take little steps, beat my PB by 0.01 and 0.02. Chasing that big sub-20, it will be great for sure, but I'm not expecting too much." The race itself unfolded dramatically. 4 leading sprinters remained relatively level through the bend. Gout hit his remarkable top speed entering the straight and left, all competitors trailing behind him. His finishing kick demonstrated the explosive speed that separates elite sprinters from very good ones. Professional recognition followed quickly. Adidas signed Gout to a professional contract in October, making a significant investment in his future development. The German sportswear company focuses particularly on the 2032 Olympics, when Gout will be 24 years old. This early professional recognition reflects both his current ability and projected development trajectory. Training opportunities continue expanding. Gout received an invitation to train with Olympic 100-meter champion Noah Lyles in Florida. Their shared Adidas sponsorship facilitates this arrangement. Working with Lyles could provide valuable experience and technical knowledge as Gout develops his sprinting technique. Competition opportunities at the senior level await. Gout's 20.04 second time exceeds the 20.16 second qualifying standard for the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo. This would mark his first representation of Australia as a senior athlete at a global championship. The transition from junior to senior competition represents a significant step in any athlete's career. Recent developments show continued progression. At the Australian Athletics Championships in Perth, Gout became the third Australian to run 100 meters in under 10 seconds. He accomplished this twice in one day, running 9.99 seconds in both his heat and the final. However, illegal tailwinds of 3.5 meters per second in the heat and 2.6 meters per second in the final prevented official recognition. The Australian 100-meter record belongs to Patrick Johnson, who ran 9.93 seconds in 2003. Only Johnson and Rohan Browning had previously broken 10 seconds for Australia. Johnson ran 9.88 seconds with a 3.6 meter per second tailwind in Perth before setting his official record. Browning clocked 9.96 seconds in Wollongong in 2021 with a 3.3 meter per second tailwind. The impact on Australian athletics extends beyond individual achievement. Public interest has reached unprecedented levels. At the Perth Championships, thousands of spectators filled the stands specifically to watch Gout's races. Approximately 80 journalists and photographers received accreditation for the meet, triple the number from the previous year. Gout recognizes his role in promoting the sport. This is what Athletics Australia needs. This is what we wake up in the morning for. This is what we train for, and I couldn't ask for anything better, he explained. His performances provide exactly the star power needed to elevate athletics' profile in Australia. Competition balance presents ongoing challenges. Gout chose to contest the under-20 category for the 100 meters while competing in the open 200 meters, where he holds the national record. This strategic approach allows him to develop gradually while still challenging himself against senior competition when appropriate. His immediate competition includes established athletes. At Perth, Gout prepared to face Lockie Kennedy in the open 200 meters. Kennedy, age 21, had previously defeated Gout at the Moree Plant meet 2 weeks earlier. Such competition provides valuable experience and motivation for continued improvement. International competition exposure will prove crucial for his development. Competing against the world's best sprinters provides different challenges than domestic competition. The 2025 World Championships could offer this exposure if he maintains his current form and receives selection.
Gout Gout has broken the magical 20-second barrier as he took the 200-metre title at the Australian Athletics Championships in Perth. The teenager's biggest threat in the final was Lachlan Kennedy, who only just lost the 100-metre final to Rohan Browning last night.
Gout Gout, a 17-year-old track star, shocked everyone by running the 200 meters in under 20 seconds at the Australian Athletics Championships. His amazing performance left fans and experts stunned, with many still trying to believe what they saw from the young talent. Gout clocked an astonishing 19.84 seconds to claim the Australian 200-meter title on Sunday, delivering a performance that has the entire athletics community in awe. This comes just 2 days after he stormed to victory in the 100 meters, breaking the 10-second barrier with a blazing 9.99 seconds. The track world hasn't seen this kind of double since the early days of Usain Bolt.
So let's watch the young superstar rise. He's flying. He will be Gout of this universe.
The lanky schoolboy of South Sudanese heritage has now established himself as the second fastest under-20 athlete ever in the 200 meters under all conditions, surpassing times set by legends Usain Bolt, 19.93 in 2004, and Justin Gatlin, 19.86 in 2001, at the same age. Though the wind-assisted run won't count for official records due to a tailwind slightly above the permitted limit, it doesn't diminish the extraordinary nature of his achievement. Feels really good, that's what I've been chasing, Gout said after his historic performance. Top speed is my gift. I used it, took off, and I got sub 20, so I couldn't be happier. What makes Gout's achievement even more impressive was his composure under pressure. The 200-meter final was disrupted when two athletes false started, including his main challenger, Lachlan Kennedy. Instead of letting the situation rattle him, Gout remained focused. I was a bit nervous, he admitted afterward, but in my head, I'm just keeping my composure, keeping calm, because this stuff happens, you can't really control it. So I just made sure I didn't false start or be unsteady, and I took off. Take off he did. Gout's springy, languid strides appeared nearly twice as long as those of his competitors as he powered around the bend and crossed the finish line meters ahead of the field. The gap between him and the next finisher was so substantial